Another thing my longtime buddy, ex-boyfriend, Joe, is fond of saying to me, you can't catch monsters with a butterfly net. So tomorrow, yours truly will be getting an education. I'm sure it's going to upset me. Apparently Joe spent over an hour yesterday of his precious time. Because remember, his time is precious. He, unlike me, he works 40 hours a week, okay? He spent over an hour of his precious time researching. Sent me links that I'm going to listen to, read, etc., etc., etc. tomorrow. I'm going to get an education. And I'm sure I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm sure it's going to upset me. But, you can't be an ostrich either. Put your head in the sand. And the fact is, people like me and Joe, we're stronger. We have the brain, you know what I mean? And we need, anybody who's stronger needs to protect the weaker. Someone like my mom is less intellectually advanced and whatnot and too trusting and whatnot. She's the weaker, okay? And this world preys on the weak. I have problems. I have been dealing the best I could with my mom, who was diagnosed schizophrenic when I was just a girl. I was just a little girl. I was 10 years old, okay? It just says just because someone loses their cool, just because we fight or whatnot. Who's this agency to decide, Doesn't mean that I don't love my mother. It doesn't even remotely mean that I don't love my mother. And my mother most definitely loves me. And even if I was, like I said, I said the best thing I can do for my schizophrenia is to extra, blah, 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 whatever. But even if I was gonna, for whatever reason, I still would fight the strongest fight to keep her from being stripped of all her dignity and all her everything and being put into a nursing home by strangers, There's two separate issues going on here. When I couldn't... When I was talking about walking away, and letting her have the rest of her family who I don't get along with or whatnot, but when she's free... But as I've been saying from what time I was young, I've said it out here numerous times, I will bare my teeth like a rabid beast to protect my mother. Oh, you're mentally ill. You growl. Yeah, we've already established I'm mentally ill, so they can't pounce on that one. Like Joe was saying, they deem everybody mentally ill because they don't fall under the same looking glass, the same scrutiny as the rest of us do. Because they're a government agency and they're in the right and they're on the pretense of protecting people when they really have a fucking quota to meet. And tomorrow I will be getting an education. And I will be getting it via a very, very, very smart man who did his research and found exactly... He learned stuff. Remember, Joe's just like me in that he reads all these, all these non-fiction books about he learns all kinds of stuff, okay? And DVDs and whatnot. So whatever he found and shared with me, he got an education. He didn't know. He sent me an email, you've been scammed. Scammed in that, you know, when you're sitting here thinking that these so-called protective agencies are on your side, and they're really not. They have a quota to meet. Vultures moving in for the kill. So, like he says, you know, the system's set up against you and whatnot, but you gotta give it a good fight anyway, and you gotta be educated. It's good to be educated on this stuff, even if it doesn't even affect you, you know, because you never know when it might affect you. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, and I'm sure it's going to upset me, inevitably so. Can't catch monsters with a butterfly net. Now I have to go. And Joe gets frustrated with me because he knows I'm able to understand all this stuff. He's like, he knows that. But he also knows that I want to be creating I want to be uploading my videos instead, you know what I mean? But not just, you know, gonna lie back and play dead, that's for damn sure. I dragged myself there yesterday because I realized instantly their game. Yesterday, the day before, I realized it. There was no way I thought my mom was going to be there. I didn't imagine, you know, and there's no way I was not going to get to that courthouse no matter what. Because I got served that thing, and I read it, and I realized I'm smart. And so is Auntie, and she realized it instantly too. And in that courtroom, we figuratively held hands. We were on the same page. Because we see their fucking game. We see right through it. We see their game. And it's evil. It's pure evil. Pen is mightier than the sword, and the best thing you can have in this life, you know, to fight injustice or whatnot is knowledge. To have the knowledge to know what you're up against. You can't fight monsters with a butterfly net. I take him out to pee-pee and feed him and give him broccoli. I'm going to get an extra special treat tonight. I'm going to have broccoli. I won't sing it, but what's going through my mind right now is Muse's lovely song, Uprising. Matthew Bellamy, right? Married to Kate Hudson. He wrote it, right? Or maybe he and his bandmates wrote it, I don't know. It's on my MP3, but I was listening to it yesterday. On my way, walking to the library.